Hello everyone. Today I'm answering the question, are there any specific foods that I can avoid to reduce inflammation in the body? To answer this question, let's first touch upon the word inflammation. Hi, my name is Pramila Gupta and welcome to my channel Autoimmune Wellbeing Hub. In this channel, I talk all about inflammation, about health, chronic diseases, autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, and I talk about a holistic lifestyle that you can lead to help you fight these diseases. So this is not a doctor's recommendation, and I'm not telling you to not take your medicines. Please continue to take your medicines, but I'm talking about a lifestyle that you can adopt to help yourself stay away from these diseases or to manage them in a better way. So now let me get back to the question, what are the specific foods that you can avoid if you want to reduce inflammation in the body? Well, inflammation, as we know, I'm talking about is chronic inflammation, and inflammation that stays in your body for more than 2 to 3 weeks, and that is responsible for diseases that you can get, or you might not feel good with it. You might feel constant pain in your body, or you might feel low grade fever, frequent colds and coughs, tiredness and fatigue and all kind of things that you feel, which is an indication that your body is not at its prime. That is when we know we have inflammation in our body. And the first and the foremost thing that you can do is avoid certain food that can increase this inflammation in the body. So let's begin by the first one in the list. Number one is gluten. While not everyone gets inflamed with gluten, but it is one of the topmost reasons that causes inflammation. So it's better for you to check it for yourself by giving up on products that have gluten in it, which is wheat or wheat products, say in chapatis, your breads, your biscuits, which are anything that has wheat in it. You can give that up for 3 to 4 weeks and see if you are feeling any difference in your joint pain, in your body pain. And if you feel that it has drastically reduced, then you should completely avoid gluten and you can replace them with any other grain, say millets, with quinoa, with buckwheat, with Rajgira. There are so many grains these days that you can replace. Nachni, Davari, all of them are good for you, but just replace wheat with any of this grain. If you think that you have inflammation and by giving it up for 4 weeks at least, you see that your pain or you're started feeling better. So that's number one. The second one is dairy. So any kind of milk and milk products, again, it causes inflammation in most people. If you are one of those who do not get inflamed by it, then you might want to continue. But most of people do get inflammation with milk and milk products. So you can reduce it as much as possible and replace with any plant-based milk like almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk. You can try that for a couple of weeks and then see whether it's working for you or not. So this is something that I do, and I would recommend you to do the same and then give it a try and see if it works for you. So the third one on the list is refined food. So refined products could be anything from refined oil, refined sugar, refined grains, anything that has been worked upon in the factory and has been all the nutrients has been lost in that process is refined. When we have refined all-purpose flour or refined sugar, the particles are so thin that they can even pass through the gut lining and enter the bloodstream, which increase in the inflammation in the body. And any kind of refined oil is also not good because it increases the inflammation. So try reducing completely on all kind of refined food. The fourth one here is sugar. Any kind of artificial sweeteners or refined sugar and products which have too much of sugar in them, if you have that in a daily basis, the bacteria in your gut lining, it absolutely loves the sugar, and that is what causes you to crave more of sugar products in your diet. Try to stop your sugar for a couple of days, and you will see that the craving has also gone down because the bad bacteria thrive on that sugar. And when you have stopped giving it that sugar, the bad bacteria also reduces, and your craving will eventually reduce too. The next one would be processed food. Processed meat, especially ham, sausages, bacon, they all are extremely bad for us because, again, it has been processed and a lot of preservatives and a lot of other additives has been added to it. We give our children, and we also consume on a daily basis things like Maggie with like ketchup, things that have a long shelf life which does not get spoiled even after keeping them for 6 months or a year, cannot get digested easily inside your stomach also. So those kind of processed food you should avoid as much as possible. The next one would be preservatives. So all kind of preservatives which are added in your all of these processed food or any other food that you're consuming, the body does not know how to break down these preservatives, and it gets stored away in some part of the body. All of these things get stored because the body does not know what to do with it. This later on can rise to inflammation in the body, and that's when we do not understand that I've been eating all kind of good healthy food, and why am I still not feeling good? Maybe the healthy food that you are consuming that you think are healthy are also loaded with preservative. The next one is smoking. This is something you have to give up on if you want to reduce the inflammation in your body, because smoking increases the inflammation. Smoking is bad for you, and there is no real benefit from smoking. So, this is something I would just say give up on. The next one is alcohol. Again, alcohol raises inflammation in your body, and it is not good for you. Any kind of food that is fermented, if you have pain, especially for people who have pain in joints, fermented food does cause a raised inflammation. So if you have any of that, then anyway alcohol is not going to work for you. It's going to cause more inflammation in your body. Occasionally you can have a red wine, but otherwise giving up is a good idea. The next one is artificial flavors and colors that are added in so many food items that we feel that they are natural, but when you actually go and read the label, you see that there are a lot of stuff that has been added to it to give it that flavor or that color. So all of this again gets stored in the body because the body does not recognize anything that is not made in nature. It does not know how to break that down and digest it. So it gets stored in the body, and that causes increase in the toxin level in your body, and which eventually leads to any kind of disease or high inflammation in the body. The next one is meat and all kind of meat produce. We can reduce that as much as possible from our diet because meat again increases inflammation. High fatty fish, which are still good for you because it adds that omega-3 fatty acids. If you cannot give up completely, then these are the only ones that I would say that you can have but reduce as much as possible. But other than that, most of the meat and meat products do increase inflammation. So I hope that helps you and it answers your question. So do like and subscribe to my channel because I talk a lot about a holistic lifestyle and how you can incorporate certain things in your life so that you get free from all kind of diseases, and you can live a happy and a joyful life even with a disease. So thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and for listening to me. Thank you.